North Sentinel Island, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, India. January 26, 1787, an unknown tribe of people is spotted on the shores of the island, waving and signaling to the crew of an approaching ship. When the ship got close enough, the group gathered around it and started screaming, dancing, and throwing spears at the crew. One person was injured by a spear before the crew dropped anchor and decided to observe them from afar. We have no idea what their facial features look like or what kind of hair they have. But since the first time Europeans came into contact with them, we do know that they are short, muscular, and very well built. They seem to be very healthy and strong, probably due to their diet and lifestyle. The Andaman Islands where they live were formed around 45,000 years ago, which means that the Sentinelese are one of the oldest tribes on Earth. It's possible that they were the first humans to settle on the island, after it rose from the ocean. If that is true, then they would be one of the oldest living civilizations on Earth, predating many ancient empires by thousands of years, and are extremely dangerous. Some brave individuals have tried to contact them over the years. We have never seen them attack anyone from their own tribe, although we have seen them fighting each other. Perhaps they are friendly towards each other, but extremely hostile to anyone who isn't a member of their tribe. Father Damaso Alegre was a Spanish missionary who tried to convert the Sentinelese to Christianity in 1906. He approached them with a Bible in hand and a peaceful expression, but he was met with hostility and violence. He was hit with stones and forced to leave the island empty-handed. Ever since that day, no one has dared to try and convert the Sentinelese to any religion. There was also an attempt by the Indian government to contact the Sentinelese in 1974. A team of anthropologists went to the island with gifts of beads, combs, handkerchiefs, and other items, but the Sentinelese attacked them with bows and arrows and forced them to leave. Since then, the Indian government has banned any further attempts to contact the Sentinelese. They are allowed to go to the island only to observe the Sentinelese from afar. But even if they weren't the first people to live on the island, they've been there for a very long time, perhaps tens of thousands of years. All the pictures that we have of the Sentinelese show them covered in tattoos, which seems to be a part of their culture. You're not allowed to go anywhere near the Sentinelese territory. Doing so is illegal and extremely dangerous. There are signs posted all over the area warning outsiders of the dangers of going near the island. Anyone who ignores these signs and goes near the Sentinelese will be met with hostility and violence. The Sentinelese are not a tourist attraction. They are a protected species, and it's our duty to protect them. Trying to visit the Sentinelese will not only put yourself in danger, but could also endanger the entire tribe. They hate foreigners and will attack anyone who sets foot on their island. They have attacked Indian soldiers and police forces, killing 2 fishermen who dared to swim near their coast. They don't accept any outsiders and don't want to interact with them. It's unclear why they are so hostile, but experts believe it's because they have lived in total isolation for thousands of years. They have no idea who outsiders are or where they come from, and they consider them a threat. Since nobody has ever managed to communicate with the Sentinelese, it's hard to know why they are so opposed to outsiders. But most anthropologists agree that it's simply because they are afraid of them. The Sentinelese have never seen a foreigner act in a friendly manner. Everyone who went to their island had bad intentions, whether it was stealing their land, exploiting their natural resources, capturing them and selling them into slavery, or simply killing and eating them. In the eyes of the Sentinelese, all foreigners are evil and should be eliminated. They also tend to cover themselves in body paint, which is usually white, although they have been seen using red and other colors. The Sentinelese survived for thousands of years by staying away from outsiders and remaining hidden. When ships passed by, they would hide in the jungle or underwater. If anyone ever found them, they would simply attack them and kill them. Over time, this behavior became ingrained in their DNA and was passed down to future generations. Today, the Sentinelese remain hidden and attack anyone who finds them. The Sentinelese appear to be very artistic and creative when it comes to their body decorations. Both men and women have multiple small circles on their bodies, usually covering their entire body, although some have full-body tattoos, while others only have tattoos on their arms, torsos, or legs. Some have lines or dots painted on their faces. The Sentinelese don't just draw random shapes on their bodies and faces. Every single line and color has a deep meaning behind it. Unfortunately, we don't know what these meanings are, though. They watched as these naked, tattooed people continued to scream and make strange gestures towards them. They used spears and bows and arrows to hunt and gather food, as well as foraging for fruits and plants to eat. Judging from the attacks that they have launched on outsiders, it's clear that the Sentinelese are well adapted to using weapons and are very skilled fighters. Their main weapon is the spear, which is a simple weapon that requires no technology to make. All they need is a sharp stick made of wood or bone. The Sentinelese also sometimes use bows and arrows, which is a sign of a more advanced tribe. Only a few hundred of them are thought to live on their island, so they can't afford to waste resources on making unnecessary weapons. That's why they only make spears and bows and arrows. No metal weapons or firearms have ever been found on the island, which means that they are pre-technological people. They don't have access to any modern tools, meaning that everything they own is either handmade or gathered naturally. Since they are excellent hunters and gatherers, the Sentinelese have never suffered from famine, and they always have enough food to survive. Some of them had bows and arrows, but most carried long spears. They were clearly afraid of the strangers on the ship and considered them a threat, so they attacked first. This is thought to be the first contact between the Sentinelese tribe and outsiders. Since that day, very little has been seen of this mysterious tribe, making them one of the most mysterious tribes in the world. To this day, no anthropologist or outsider has managed to get close enough to one of these natives to gather even basic information about them. They are known to be hostile to any foreigners who come near their shores, regularly attacking anyone who dares to set foot on their islands. Because of this, we don't know much about them at all. But here's what we do know about the Sentinelese tribe, the most mysterious tribe in India and arguably the world. Number 1. Where do they live? The Sentinelese live on the North Sentinel Island in the Andaman Sea, which is a part of the Bay of Bengal. Their exact location is classified for their safety and ours. But we do know that there are around 40 other known tribes living in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, though it is likely that there are many more that have not been discovered yet. The Sentinelese tribe only occupies one island, North Sentinel Island, which is around 27 square miles, making them one of the most sparsely populated tribes in the world. And because of their hostility, it's impossible to count how many members there are of their tribe. It's believed that there are somewhere between 40 and 500 of them. Number 2. What do they look like? As with every aspect of their lives, very little is known about the appearance of the Sentinelese people. Number 3. What do they eat? Very little is known about the food and eating habits of the Sentinelese, but it's believed that they mainly eat fish. Number 4. What are their weapons like? No. 5. How long have they been there? The Sentinelese have lived on their island for tens of thousands of years. Number 6. Why are they so hostile? The Sentinelese people are known to be extremely aggressive and violent. Number 7. How did they survive for so long? No. 8 attempts to contact them, even though the Sentinelese live far away from us. Number 9. Are they friendly to each other? Even though the Sentinelese are extremely aggressive towards foreigners, it doesn't seem like they are hostile towards each other. Number 10. Can we visit them? No, absolutely not. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.